YouTube, what is up? Excited today. I've been waiting for 2 long months to get to my roller toolbox. I'm excited about that. I only got the topper in here because that's all that would fit in here. But luckily I got a nephew and his dad that is going to help me out load up the bottom portion, which it's the topper's almost 200 pounds and the bottom half is 470 some pounds, 480 some pounds. But that's a heavy damn thing, man. I didn't think it was. I honestly, when I was in the store looking at it and picked my color and pre-ordered it, I didn't realize it was going to be almost an 800 pound unit completely together. So I'm pretty pumped up about that. Life's good. I hope life is good for all of you beautiful rocking people. I haven't been making much content on Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail, so they won't. What is going on up here? Somebody's outside of their car. Anyways, so I can't make content on there for 31 days. I have been making a lot of video content on TikTok. If you guys want to follow me over there at TikTok, it's just under Justin Stupnicki. That'd be super awesome. I'm having a great time there. I'm able to be my authentic self. The following's pretty great. I don't have a lot of followers, but I get a lot of views. I don't know how that is. Whatever that is, it's great. It's been awesome over there. Obviously, I don't get a lot of views here on YouTube, but I don't put out as much content here on YouTube as I do on TikTok. And I'll make that up, and I'll start adding some more content here on YouTube. But for those of you that have been following, thank you so very much. I love it, man. What the topics have been about a lot on TikTok is basically communication. Getting out and communicating with people in the community again and socializing again. I am a firm believer that the social media platforms are no longer what they used to be. They're not to get on there and socialize as it once used to be. It's being used for marketing, and it is being used to direct a narrative. And there's narratives being pushed on the platforms all day, every day, and they're paying people to direct certain narratives that are influencers and so on and so forth. And that's not conspiracy theory, that is actually what's going on. And so it's kind of losing what it used to once be. Social things evolve, right? I don't think social media platforms like Facebook are evolving for the better, at least not for the people. For business and narrative directing, it's on fire. We all know there's a tons of bot-generated accounts that are generated to direct a narrative, and a lot of the people you probably got in an argument with, that I probably got in an argument with, may not even been a person. It was probably a bot-generated implant, whatever you call it. They created a bunch of bots. They go out, they tell a narrative. It's AI. You're arguing with AI in a nutshell. So when somebody ruffles your feathers, it might not even be a summy, you like that new word? It might not even be a somebody. It's probably a bot account. And we're falling victim to that. And we think there's really people out here that are that delusional and that crazy when it's all a directed narrative through bot accounts. So I don't know where Facebook and different social media platforms will be like that in another 5 years, but I'm betting it's going to be more bots than actual human beings. They, in my opinion, I don't do anything out of the, I don't promote violence, I don't promote hatred, I don't promote any type of hate crime or anything like that, but that's what they labeled me as on Facebook, is why I got banned for 30 with hate crime, right? What a false word or phrase they even made up. I've never been in an act of hate crime towards somebody. Never. Maybe if I punched you in your mouth, you probably just had it coming back then, or if I got punched in the mouth, I probably had it coming, right? That wasn't hate crime. That was consequences to somebody's actions, right? That's what they used to call that, right? It's just maybe you shouldn't have said what you said or did what you did, right? But that's the extent of that. I'm for the people. I love the people. I'm on no political side. I don't side with any of them. I believe that they were created to divide the country, and they have succeeded at that. So I seen what it was doing 6 years ago on the news networks, and I pulled myself from social media because of that. Not social media, but the news networks. I seen what the narrative was doing, and it wasn't for the greater good of mankind. So I pulled myself away. I'm not going to view into that. I'm not going to watch that. And I'm not alone. There's a whole lot of people that do not follow the news networks anymore because of the propaganda. And the news networks figured that out as well. So that is why they infiltrated the social media app platforms, because they know that's where all the attention is. And if we're going to direct a narrative, we need the majority's attention. And that's why they targeted things like Facebook, things like any other social media app, because that's where the eyes are. The eyes are no longer, the eyes that matter are no longer, that ain't saying that anybody isn't valid. What I'm saying is, the people they want to direct a narrative with is the younger generation, the people in their 30s. Once you're 40, 50, 60, they don't give a shit to you about your 20 and 30s. That's why they're trying to direct a narrative to you. So they're going where the viewers' eyes are valid to them. And that's why social media has been getting bombarded with what I call narrative directing. That's all it is. They're directing narratives. Very little bit are accurate and factual. So I don't watch the news. A lot of the news networks out here are heavily funded by a one or the other political party. In my opinion, anything that's heavily funded by a political party is corrupt. So I don't watch that stuff. So I've been talking a lot about communication and the importance of us getting out here in society and communicating with one another, whether you know them or not. Like, they are pulling us, they are desensitizing the human race through technology. They are using technology as became a war machine against the people of this country. In layman's terms, or to sum up things in a nutshell. It's my opinion. I'm not saying that's facts, but that's what I verify. And things have changed. Things have changed. People laughed about people's assassinations. That wouldn't have been a thing when I was growing up in the 90s. Even if they didn't like the person, that wouldn't have been a thing. People would have mourned it. People would have, prayed about it. People would have, showed some humility and some empathy for the individual that got assassinated or murdered. And that is legal. So we have some very ill individuals going. We got a very small portion of this country that is very ill, mentally and physically. Actually, if you take pharma's statistics, we got a huge portion of the population that is mentally ill. I mean, look how many mental medications are out, people on mental medications. So they're trying to eradicate humans. They're trying to desensitize us. They're trying to. They have something big. AI is coming. They're not going to need us out here building anything within time. And you'll laugh, oh no, my trade won't be replaceable. Keep thinking that, and you'll be the first one to replace it. Guarantee it. I don't care what it is you're doing. The AI that is coming, and you think that it's just going to be a little talking head assistant or something over here. No. It's coming for everybody. Because it's more effective, it's more efficient, and it costs less. And you get quadruple the production. We're all replaceable. We are all. But there are ways you can make yourself irreplaceable. And I don't want to dive off too far into the AI, but think about why they're doing what they're doing. They're desensitizing the people. Most people, it'd be an 85-degree sunny day in the city of Saginaw, and 95% of the people are inside their house, not playing. The kids ain't even outside playing. They're playing on video games, or they're distracted with some device. It's working. Their agenda is working. So I've been preaching a lot about communication and getting back in touch with humanity. We got to get back in touch with each other out here. Care about your neighbor. Love your neighbor. You know what I mean? Like, we have to come back to that, or we are going to lose humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a game. There's a lot of people talking about this, and I'm not the only one. This is our life. This is what matters to us. And they're stripping us of it in slick, sly ways that seem, since the introduction of the internet, this agenda's been in mind. Since the introduction of the internet, this agenda has been in the back of their mind. So it's been in for well over 20 years. They're gradually, incrementally adding a little update here now. So it's not so noticeable that we're like, hey, wait the fuck a minute. Wait a minute. Why? No, we're not doing that. There's no restrictions on AI. I've heard Elon Musk say it out of his own mouth. There's 20% chance that it will wipe out humanity. That's too big of a chance for me. I don't know about you. 20% chance that humanity may not even be here anymore because of AI. No, that's too big of a like 0.0000000000001 is too big of a chance for something like that. That's too much to risk. This should tell you how much they actually genuinely care about us, the people down here, that they take all our money and do all these experiments and whatever they want to do and build these AI machines that has a 20% chance of taking us out. And we're just going to sit back and be okay with it. Now, I can't tell the future, and I don't know what that's going to look like, but I will tell you this, the quality of life is going to continue to go down. The quality and the purpose of our life will continue to go down. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, so everybody just offs each other. I don't know. But to be even willing to risk a 20% chance that AI robots take out humanity, you're a sick fuck. That's sick shit. That's sick shit. To even think, excuse my language, by the way, for those of you that may have never heard me use this language, I get pretty pumped up about humanity, and to even think they would attempt to make an effort to continue to go towards something that may have a chance to end humanity, I'm not okay with that. But it's too late. This has been in the making for 20 years, and nobody stopped it. And we've all known for it at least about 8 years we've been hearing about AI. We've all heard it, and we all just laugh, oh, it's going to be so great. Yeah, until it's not. Until it's not. When are we going to wake up and realize that we collectively together, listen, we pay them. They only exist because they take our money. That is it. They can't do nothing they want to do if they don't get our income. All these billions of dollars that go out of the country, you know who's funding that? Me and you. All these billions of dollars to do all this crazy wild shit in this country, guess who's funding it? Me and you. They're embezzling our tax dollars, saying there's a daycare here, a daycare here, a daycare here. Oh, we got to take those daycares and we got to fund them, and then they funnel that funding right back into their pockets. We're breaking our backs in this country to support these worthless POSs. And we'll just sit back and take it. Maybe it ain't hard enough yet in the United States. Maybe it ain't difficult enough. I don't know why more people don't collectively stand together and demand difference. And I don't mean with violence. You don't have to be violent. You just got to get enough people speaking and not bending on what they're speaking on. This is why in 2026, I said I am going to make content from how I am, how I feel about situations, whether that offends people or not. Because some things are going to offend people, and typically that's their fault, not my fault. Some things are going to offend people. But the reason we are where we are is because too many people shut their mouth. They're the silent majority. Too many people stayed silent. This is exactly why our country looks like it does. Because not enough people stood up with a backbone and stood their ground. as a patriotic and American. That's why we're at where we're at today. And I was one of them, and I refuse to be one of them anymore. We all have a duty as a United States citizen. We all have a duty. In my opinion is, if we don't collectively start coming together, we are doomed. We're done. In the next 20 years, we might not even exist. There may be extinction in 20 more years. I'm telling you, for a lot of people that think they have something to look forward to every morning, you're not going to soon. Oh, that'll be great. I just get to sit around and drink coffee. Yeah, that'll be great for about 3 months. You ever do that? Go without a job for a few months because you have a difficult time finding one or finding somebody to hire or whatever it might be, right? You ever do that? And then eventually you're like, man, this sucks. I cannot just sit around anymore. Well, that's what's going to happen. And then people are just going to start going crazy. And then they're going to use AI to come in and handle those people that are going crazy. Look at this guy, like this guy behind me. You pay for the tariffs. Well, it doesn't matter. We pay anyways, you fool. They take our taxes. We're paying for everything that they do. Whether we agree with it or not, we're paying for it. So I believe we all collectively need to come together in this country and stand our grounds. That isn't a threat. That isn't nothing like this. This is what the American people should be doing. We are in control of this country, not these corrupt individuals up here. They work for us. Yet they fear us and they try to put fear into us and intimidate us with threats such as, we'll use the Air Force, we got bombers that'll bomb you, as Biden once said. Oh yeah? And we're all okay with it. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Love y'all.